These right here are Bose's new Quietcomfort Earbuds 2, and they are among the best noise cancelling earbuds you can buy right now. At least that's what a lot of people on the internet are trying to tell you. But I actually won't. I am actually rather disappointed, and that for several reasons. Why I've chosen to return them, and why I generally don't think this is an upgrade over the first generation will be discussed among other things right after the intro. First of all, I think Bose chose the wrong day to announce these buds to the world. It was the same day that Apple held its annual keynote in which they also announced the AirPods Pro 2s. So right from the get-go, these buds had not only a hefty competitor to work against, but also none of the marketing power you normally want when bringing out your top-of-the-line pair of earbuds. Opening up the box, you get the buds themselves, a couple of wings and ear tips, as well as the manual, and a USB A to C cable. Taking the case into your hands, the first impressions I actually had were mixed feelings all over the place. The case in itself smaller than its predecessors, the QC1s, which I had reviewed 1 week earlier, is still very huge when comparing it to the other recent earbud cases I tested. Take the One More Evos, the Grell TVS1 or the newly released AirPods Pro 2 as an example, and you can clearly see that there is still a huge difference. I know it's weird because Bose actually listened to its customers demanding a smaller case, and it reduced its size by roughly 40%, which also goes for the earbuds with roughly 30%. But this, in my opinion, is still too big, and the case has another flaw that I actually, especially for the price of 300 euros, cannot tolerate. It cannot be charged wirelessly. Why Bose? Especially since your first pair of earbuds had this feature and worked very well. Speaking of Gen 1, the wings were something I liked quite a lot there. They gave me a sense of stability and were actually very comfortable. These got actually removed, and now we have a smaller two-part design with stability bands in its place. I tested all combinations with all bands and tips, and the medium tips and bands that came pre-installed fit me the most. Wearing the buds for multiple hours at once, I did not feel any discomfort in my ears, because you actually barely noticed them, even though I had a slight pressure sensation in my left ear after 4 hours. But these are comfortable and very well wearable for multiple hours at a time. But if you're asking if there are buds for sleeping, no, there are not. Control-wise, these have the same standard touch controls that all the other earbuds actually feature. Swiping up and down, touch and multi-touch and so on. Everything works good and as expected. And then there's the Bose Music app, which actually stayed exactly the same since I last used it a week ago. Same standard pre-made profiles for ANC and transparency mode, which Bose calls Aware, and 2 more slots to add your own profile and ANC to it. You can also customize your EQ with 3 different sliders, and you have 4 different presets available. It's not much, but at least it's something. Now to something that a normal user who just bought their pair of Bose QC2s would not have noticed, because this is actually a feature that I have no way in checking if it does something or not. Bose's new custom tune technology does actually fire a chime into your ear canals every time you insert the buds. The returning signal is then picked up by the inward facing microphones, and then the buds optimize the sound as well as the ANC to your unique ear canal shape. It's the same technology Nura introduced a couple of years ago, and now many more earbud companies are introducing it into their newest models. And as said before, there's no way for me to check if this is actually true or not. Nura had an app in which you could actually toggle between your personalized sound and the standard sound, so that you could actually hear the difference. Bose does not. But don't get me wrong, sound quality wise, these do sound fantastic. And as expected, even a tad better than Generation 1, with even clearer highs. The mids are very well balanced and the bass is, powerful, but not really overpowering. It's a joy to listen to a lot of different genres of music, and everything actually sounds really good. If sound quality is your #1 priority, then purchasing these is nothing you can actually go wrong with. If I had to drop a percentage on how much more I liked them in terms of sound quality than the predecessors, then I would say probably 10% or so, which isn't that much in the end, and I don't think this actually justifies buying these when you already own the Gen 1 model. Now, directly when these arrived, the first thing I had to do was install an update, which took roughly 10 minutes. After it had been installed, nothing obviously changed with the buds, I guess. Prior to installing the update, I read that these had no multipoint connection, which is a shame, especially in 2022. But after the update, these sorta kinda could have multipoint, I'm not really sure. Connecting them with my iPhone and my MacBook, clicking on the Bluetooth icon or connection inside the Bose Music app, they switch in under a second to the other device. But they don't switch when audio or video is played on the other device you're not connected to, so this isn't a real multi-point connection. Now let's come to what Bose claims to be their big thing, well, this time around, the active noise cancellation, and their claim to fame of having the best active noise cancellation in any earbud to date. A very bold statement, which I tend to disagree with, having actually two issues. First, objectively, this is without a doubt one of the best ANCs you can get right now. It kills off most, if not nearly all, of the typical noises coming your way, like everyday stuff, cars, trains, traffic, even some people inside of cars, trains and traffic. But to my surprise, I find the new AirPods Pro 2's ANC just a tad better, and this is objectively speaking a surprise to me. In direct comparisons, you can clearly hear the difference, still having some noises come through, like cars starting the engines, hitting the gas pedal, footsteps on the pavement, the church bells actually next to my studio. All of these sounds are reduced to a minimum with the AirPods Pro 2, but still somehow audible with Bose's QC2s. I also find the voice blockage, especially when traveling with public transports, to be reduced better by the AirPods Pro 2 than Bose's QC2s. But to be fair, these are still way better than its predecessors, which already have been very good. And my second issue with Bose's new ANC functions is the blockage and the noise itself. Since these block out quite a lot of overall noise, I can hear some clearly audible white noise actually coming in, as well as my tinnitus getting clearly audible, which is not only very distracting while trying to block out road noises, but also so loud that I get headaches while using it for more than an hour at a time. I tried it on 2 different occasions in 2 different places, and both times the white noise got so distracting that I had to actually turn off the ANC and then the earbuds themselves. This white noise also happened with all the other ear tips I've tried. I'm a bit frustrated since I haven't heard anyone else talk about it yet, but to me this is something I, and excuse the pun here, cannot overhear. This is also the main reason why I've sent them back. But please, if you are interested, feel free to test them yourself. This could very well just be something with my ears and actually the years of playing music on stage in an unhealthy volume. Then let's get to transparency mode, which is called a rare mode with these buds. It's good. It lets you have a normal conversation with somebody else. You can clearly understand the person sitting next to you or in front of you, and overall it feels well implemented and executed. Your own voice still feels a bit muffled, but overall this is a great transparency/aware mode. Bose also included a mode called Active Sense. It's nearly the same as the AirPods Pro 2s now have, which kicks in as soon as they are louder than normal sounds and tries to reduce them instantly to a normal level. In my test outside, this works 75% of the time. Most of the annoying loud sounds were reduced to a normal volume, and you could still hear your surroundings while being actually aware of what happened all around you. And now let's get into the last 2 points on my list, the first of which is, battery life. And it seems to become the norm that the €200 plus crowd of earbuds all have around 6 hours of battery life with active noise cancellation on and 3 additional charges inside the case. Great! And that's exactly the same thing here. Except, as mentioned before, there is no wireless charging. But at least they put in a fast charging option which gives you 2 hours of listening time with a 20-minute charge. I don't know, this isn't exactly what I expected either when they said fast charging. There are other buds out there for half the price that give you more than double the playtime with 15 minutes of charge or less. And then there's call quality. This, as well as sound quality, is always a subjective thing. So feel free to decide for yourself if this is something that is good for your needs or not. This is the mic quality of the Bose QCE Earbuds Generation 2, and what do you think about it? Do you like what you hear? Please tell me in the comments below. They begin with a very funny chime when they actually think you are starting a call, but this is no call, this is just an audio recording. Haha, gotcha! So here's my conclusion on the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds 2. Bose concentrated all their resources into one basket, which is definitely smaller than the last one they actually made. It tried to out ANC their competitors, and rightfully so, they are clearly in the top 3 with this approach. And also, the sound quality is great and nothing to be ashamed of, it's rather fantastic. You can definitely hear and sometimes also feel that Bose knows how to engineer great sounding earbuds. But somehow, and I cannot explain how nor why, they actually forgot that earbuds are more than just ANC and sound quality. They are lacking in all the small and crucial details, with a still very big case even though it's smaller. The buds shape is better but still not optimal in my opinion. The lacking quick charge function, the lacking Bose Music app without much customization options even though there are some. The missing features such as Multipoint as well as wireless charging and ANC that is quite impressive for most, but to me, and this is really disappointing, quite unusable. So if you are down for great sound quality and one of the top 3 ANCs available right now, and this is all you look for in earbuds, then you should definitely get a pair of them. For everyone else who is also interested in the small details, I actually would not recommend these and would rather wait if there will be something better in the near future. As always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. There are plenty more of this type of content and many other things available for you to watch. Have a great day, see you around and goodbye.